Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video, we're going to review week 17 of the 2025-26 Supercoach NBA season, as well as preview week 18. So this week, another good week for us, scoring 1,023, which was top 3% for the round again. In fact, only one difference in week rank from last week, which is pretty rare. But did see us move up another 130 spots rather. So now into 1657 overall, top 4%. So things are going well. If we have a look at the team, we had Luca as our VC. He scored a 143. Turns out could have captained him. But Maxi with a 103 was solid. Cade Cunningham we brought in this week for a 122, which was nice. Austin Reeves only getting a 59, so not really doing it now with Luca, LeBron, everyone back on deck. Jokic 107, I think that was only in 3 games, so that's pretty solid. Jalen Johnson only scored 24 and has a 2-gamer this week. Was he injured? I did have a quick look at the injury list. Yeah, no one from Atlanta, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe he's back from an injury. Con with 66 though was rock solid. Jackson off the bench, 82, has been surprisingly handy. What's his break even? 22. So we're generating a bit of cash there, which is handy. Towns with just the 66 this week, making cash still, which is handy. Biggish break even though. Şengün with the 115, and then Wemby with the 121 as captain. That was pretty solid. So the matchups this week, if I go to week 17, got a win over the Court Jesters, Tony's team. Excuse me, with a 936. So he had Kevin Durant for 131, which was handy. Captain Jokic, Kevin Porter Jr. with 107 was good. Had Maxi as well get triple digits, but maybe just a few extras there, not quite getting to the triple. So that's the difference there. Lots of low 1000s in the league, so it wasn't that far off the top score. But I think it's Reno's Rockets, Shane's team, with 1032 sneaking in for the high score. So he captained Wemby, had Kevin Durant, Cade Cunningham, got Jackson's auto emergency, which is handy. Şengün, Maxi as well. So solid scoring across the board, which is very well done. In the second league, a big win over Shake and Bake, Cameron's team. Not sure what's happened to Cameron here. The fact he's still playing Edgecombe suggests that or maybe he just didn't trade him because he was an auto emergency pick. What is Edgecombe's value? 10 mil. Not bad. But yeah, not a lot of the big hitters there in that team. So might be focusing on NRL season already. And then in this league, there was only one other that got to 1,000. Noah's team always coming back. 1074 is a very strong score though. Had Şengün, Wemby, Jokic, Kevin Porter Jr., Cade Cunningham, Kevin Durant, Luka Doncic as captain was probably the difference maker there. Had Jalen Johnson as well, so potentially could have squeezed a few more points out with a bit more luck. Quick look at the other players that went good this week. So Jalen Dura, number 1 with a 150 this week. So surprisingly only at 16 mil considering how well he seems to score. It's been showing up on the list for the last few weeks, I think. Jared Allen, another centre going big this week with a 126. Only has 2 games this week, so not worth worrying about. Derek White with a 112 is pretty handy. So could be a potential upgrade from Reeves with 4 games this week. So we might have a look at that. Quetta, another centre. Precious Akiwa from Sacramento. So 8.6 mil for a centre power forward. Pretty handy return there. Nick Clifford as well, 97 at only 6.45. It's a nice little cash generator there if you're one of the 671 owners of him. Devin Vassell with 96 at 8.5 mil. Love to see that. Yeah, Wallace, yeah, starting to get down there a bit in price. Reed Shepherd, I think he was pretty popular once upon a time as a rookie. Don't remember how long ago that was, but I do remember the name. Um, yeah, so maybe a couple of little lower price options if you're looking to save some pennies. Um, but in terms of break even, well, we saw always Kaminga back, top scored this week. His man, Jonathan Kaminga, 86 this week, negative 31 at break even in that power forward, small forward position. Could be a very handy cash grab. Nick Clifford, as we said, negative 20 break evens, nice. Taylor Hendricks, a real cheap forward, 78 this week, negative 20 break even. Um, Micah Potter, averaging 13 for the season, negative 7. So Londez Williams, we had in the team, he only scored 6 this week off 2 games. So I made a bit of cash, but we're not too fussed about that. Talon Peter, almost a top name there. Lawson, there you go, there's a decent name too. Didn't play this week though. Um, so yeah, so maybe these guys might be worth a bit of a look. If we go to the team, I'll have a sneaky look at what everyone else is doing. So Kaminga is in the top 5 trade-ins, which is nice. But yeah, it looks like Jalen Johnson's out. Just not sure what's happened with the injury report there. Maybe Atlanta just got chopped off by accident, but 2 games as well. So I think that move absolutely makes sense. So what else we got in terms of options? Kawhi Leonard would be the other one, but he only scored 20 last week, which is a bit scary. So we'll just lock in Durant. That's pretty safe. I think Reeves we can upgrade at this point, um, but to whom? So Jalen Brown potentially has 4 games this week. We could go with Derek White with the 64 break even. It's Jalen Brown's is an even 100, so there's a little bit of cash gen potential there. Um, Average. I guess potentially we've still got Con as well. Can we do something there? Do we want to do something there? um, so these guys all have 4 games, which is nice. Jokic is just locked in. That's sweet. So I guess the other one maybe Maxi to SGA. He's only got 3 this week. So it probably cost us a bit of money and he probably potentially slides 3 games, 125. Yeah, I think we'll just keep Maxi. What's Maxi's break even? Oh, not as bad. So that's nice. Um, all right. So we either want a small guard or a small forward. There are 2 potential avenues to scoring this week. Kevin Porter Jr. 4 games. I did see Giannis was on the injury list. Plus, I guess the whole one out situation. So, do we look at that potentially here to go KPJ? Who was the most popular trade in there? So people going with Kawhi Leonard despite the the score and the high break even. Oh, we've got about Kaminga. Can we use him potentially if we swap them around? Then I guess we go by break even would be. So potentially playable, averaging 15. Gives us a lot of money in the bank. So, um, well, let's complete those trades and then we'll work it out from there. What else can we potentially do? Who else? So, just a lot of guys there. Guess is what's the situations here? They both play 4 games, so do we really need to trade them? Oh, Kaminga only plays 2 games. Oh, okay. Um, and I guess we're stuck playing one of them. Or can we? Hang on. We can put him on the bench here. We can use a bit of money that we've got. So we've got 16 mil to spend. Let's have a look at the fixtures. So it's week 19 on this list. So Boston with 4 this week, Charlotte with 4, the Mavs with back-to-back fours. Who would be the Maverick option? Dallas. Cooper Flag, who is currently injured. Is he due back? Cooper Flag might be back this week. What other teams have we got? The Pistons. So we've already got Cunningham, but who's their small forward? No, not Denver. Detroit. So Isaiah Thompson, only averaging 18. Let's see if we can do a bit better. Um, Houston with the 4 games. Obviously, we've already bought in Durant. We've got Şengün. Where does Eamon Thompson fit in? He's a small forward. I think that's a smart move, isn't it? Triple up on Houston. They've got 4. Oh, they've only got 3 games next week. I think I was looking at the wrong place. That's right, the Clippers. So I guess that's why people would be getting on Kawhi Leonard. So 2 games, but well, 4 lots of 4. Okay, so he's fit. What was it, Clippers? Yeah, not on the list at all. So um, if we bring up the Clippers, he should then appear on the list. Oh, we can't afford him. Oh, boo. All right, plan B. The Bucks. So I guess Kevin Porter Jr. potentially. The Knicks. So we're not going back to Ananubi. That's no chance. And then the Jazz. Who's the Jazz? Filter. Just peel some of these off. So on average, so Markkinen potentially, is he injured maybe? Yeah, so he is injured. Um, okay. I don't know who steps up there then. Three-week average. Let's see who's in a bit of form currently. Not really anyone there, but it might just be because it's power forward only. if we go back to guard, no. All right, so I think based on what I've looked at, because we got 3 trades every week, so it's not the biggest issue, but we'll go with Eamon Thompson. So there's the team. So looking pretty good. 9 players on 4 games this week, all decently priced. Obviously, we've put a little bit of money back on the bench, but yeah, it can probably accelerate these last couple of positions potentially for the last few weeks. So I think based on form, we just got to flip them around. Luca captain, Wemby VC, and that'll probably do. So we'll wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoy the NBA content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.